So what do you want to work on for, like you said, testing tomorrow? You want to work on your bike, I guess. But like again, like Haiden rode great. You got to give it up to him. He rode great. You had to go through the same guys, both motos, to pass and catch the same guys. So, I mean, Joe, is it crazy for you to start thinking about this title and all of that? Does that mean that's your goal, right? I feel like it should be.
That's my goal. Like, well, I mean, everyone's goal is right now to be Haiden. To be honest, like he's good. I mean, Saturday race, I felt good enough, but, like, to be honest, if I can beat Haiden now, like, I need more speed, like, from qualify one, so I can build my day, build my confidence, and, try to beat him, and, yeah, that's what we need.
He's in great shape, too, man. Holy kid. The kid can dig late in the motos, Like, he can... Yeah, he can go deep into the pain cave.
Yeah, it's crazy that, like, he's performing literally every single weekend now. So, like, it's hard to, hard to do that.
Yep.
Speaking of Haiden, in Supercross, you were one of the few riders that maybe got aggressive with him and gave back what he dishes out. Any particular reason for that? Because you're not maybe the most aggressive guy generally.
Yeah, I would say, like, well, since I broke my finger, like, when everybody would pass me, they would leave the door literally wide open. So, I mean, why not I dive in, But in Hayden's case, like, I mean, he does make some mistakes on the start sometimes.
Yep.
And he had some tip over in first lap. And I knew, like, he would come around me because he was much faster. So, I mean, at that time, like, since Seattle, my hand was good enough to fight back. So, I mean, when he passed me, he would do the same thing too. He would leave the door open. So, I mean, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna dive in there. I mean, as a racer, I have to do that, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, when, I don't know, to me, he leaves the door a little bit open, where other people close it in pretty hard on me. So I would say that's why.
Hey, big change for you this year. We haven't had you on all year, so I want to talk to you. Obviously, California, working with Nick Way for a long time, and now this year, Florida, away from Nick. What's that been like, that process? Just talk about that a little bit, because that's a huge change for you.
Yeah, no, it's a big commitment, which I kind of wanted to do from last year. But last year, leaving Pro Circuit and going into a new team, so I didn't really want to change my program and team at the same time. But no, Florida is really good. Like, track's been good all day. I feel like I have a good quality days of riding. So, yeah, as a rider, I think like Florida is I would say it's an advantage for sure.
Yeah, I guess the heat and everything is going to prepare you well, right? Outdoors and all that. Yeah.
Now, knowing what you know, do you feel like if you could have gone to Florida 3 or 4 years ago, you would be further along in your progress now? Or do you think it was actually a disadvantage to stay in California as long as you did?
I don't know. I mean, in my case, like, I think it was a big learning lesson from Nick Way and learning from Honda in California, because I got to do a lot of tests and learn how to test and, learn how to, communicate with the team. And I think if I would have gone to Florida early, I would have missed all these stuff. So I would say, I don't know. It's hard to say. I learned some good thing here, so I can't say it was like, oh, if I would have moved 4 years ago, everything go the right way. I don't really believe in that, but riding wise, yeah, I think Florida has that advantage.
Nice. Hey, big change for you off the track. You split with your agent, who was Lucas Mirtl, and we kind of know what's been going on with him a little bit. Can you take us through that decision and who you went with and all of that?
Yeah, I'm no longer working with Lucas anymore. I mean, he was it was crazy, right? When I saw the article, allegation article from Racer X, I honestly didn't know what to do because I read the article. I didn't really want to make a quick decision.
Right.
So I read the article, and it said it's under investigation, or they're going to keep investigation for better findings. So everything that I read was like not confirmed,
Yeah.
Like there's no judge that's like in between.
Right.
So I'm like, well, like I didn't know who to believe in, so I wanted to give my loyalty to Lucas and keep the relationship. And nothing against Lawrence Butter or anything. They've been treating me fine, and Lucas been treating me really good, and yeah, but the allegation is still ongoing. So I'm like, I can't take it anymore. It's like I had a situation where the attorney in between Lawrence's and Mirtl, they told me to come out to LA to do an interview and stuff, and it's way too much for me, and I honestly, like, I can't help both of them, but I like both of them, but so I had enough, and I just wanted to focus on racing, to be honest. So it was difficult for me. I didn't want to be on anybody's side, but one thing I can say is, like, the social media is going nuts, so people shouldn't really make a decision up on, just by reading articles. I think they should follow the fact a little bit more, to me.
Yeah, for sure. I was wondering if some of the things that he's done online caused you to switch. Because if I was a rider represented by him and I saw, because obviously there's two sides of the story, and it'll be figured out in court, and I look forward to seeing that. But some of the things he's done on social media, if I'm a rider, I see that, I've got my guard up a little bit, I'm like, I don't really like that. I was wondering if that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, like, I didn't really...
Just the things he's putting up about the Lawrence brothers on social media and all of that, like, not about the case, but all the other stuff,
Oh, yeah.
So to me, if I was a rider, if he represented me and I saw that might be the point where I'm like, I don't want this guy repping me anymore.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of that too, but I think this whole situation could have been, like, not out to social media to me.
Sure.
Like,
yep.
It's outside of the thing, and I mean, I don't think it's really cool that I'm like, all the athletes that were in Wasserman was involved in this case. So yeah, it's a lot. I don't really want to say anything about it, but I think it was a lot.
Right, got it. But your contract is up for next year. I understand the Honda guys want to keep you. I'm sure other teams want you. You won Anaheim 1 and got a pit board in the hand, so it's not like it was your fault. When do you think you'll make a decision on that, or how close to that, to figuring out where you're going to ride for next? How close is that?
I think really close. I have my mind made up to where I want to go.
Okay.
I mean, as long as if I have an opportunity, it's great to me. So, but yeah, I have a plan in my mind.
Okay, that must be cool, though.
And also,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Also, and I have a great idea for the pit board situation.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you think? They raise a dirt a little bit.
Okay.
On the pit board area.
Yeah.
So you can ride underneath it.
They raise.
You know what I mean?
So like the pit boards are a little bit higher.
Right.
Yeah, like the barriers, like if they can put a little bit of like a dirt stairs.
A step or something? Yeah.
So it's like maybe a 30 centimeter higher, so we can go underneath it.
Yeah, you can't build a dirt there because oftentimes it's the start straight, let's say, where the guys stand. So you can't really put dirt there because that would affect the start. But you could put a 36-inch wide step.
Yeah, like a bench.
A bench. Yeah, a bench behind the tough blocks, and the mechanics stand on the bench.
But then maybe it hits riders in the face.
Well,
we need to go even higher than that.
I don't know.
Well, like, you know, I think it was like Denver 2022, maybe. They had like start to like a third drop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they had like a ledge there. Right. Yeah.
You know what? I watched that video and I'm like, we need that back.
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys are actually like hitting that wall and bouncing off of it. Yeah. Right. Right.
The only problem is when the mechanics area is up the start straight. You know, whenever we come off the finish, do a U-turn and then race up the start straight.
Yeah.
But then a bench.
Yeah, then a bench would work. Well, I don't know, Joe. I've been in the sport a long time, and I've seen few riders get hit with pit boards, and it's never been a big deal. And then you come along and break your damn fingers, and like, so you are a pioneer in that way. Like, congratulations. You're the first guy I know to actually suffer an injury from a pit board.
Maybe weak fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You could put that on the back. But hey, going back to your contract, I know people are going after you, and Honda wants you back. That's got to be cool. It's got to be a nice feeling, right? To sort of be like, hey, I can ask for this, I can ask for that, I can think about the positive and negatives. It's got to be fun to be a rider and be wanted like that.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, like fun stuff, but at the same time, it's a little bit stressful too. Like this decision is like, it's a big decision, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like Honda guys are being great, and I mean, I'm like last weekend. I feel like maybe I rode the best out of like these last 2 years, to be honest. So, there's a lot to think about, you know. Like when you make these decisions, like every weekend you race.
Yep.
And your mind changes every time. Like and you know, you have a good weekend, you want to stay, and you will have a really, really bad weekend, and you will have a lot of questions to you, and
you're like,
you're
like, screw you, Lars. Screw you, Lars. I'm out of here. I just went like 14th in the main event. I'm out of here. No, I get it.
No, they've been really good. So
yeah.
Did switching teams to Honda, did it take much longer than you expected to adapt and get fully used to the bike, the team, and everything? And does that maybe weigh in your decision about what you're going to do next, knowing what a big deal it is to switch teams?
Yeah, honestly, like, well, so, like, to your question, like, in the past, I rode Kawasaki, I rode KTM in the past, I rode Honda, just like amateur bike or stuff like that, you know? But I didn't think, like, I mean, Kawi to Honda switch was massive, like massive.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Like KTM to Kawasaki, like I would say, like it was a similar bike. Like I could transfer it easy to me. But Kawi to Honda was a big difference. The bike itself has a total different character. So I hopped on the bike, and it has a lot of good thing that I like about Honda, and that I missed on Kawi. So it like at first confuses me a little bit, you know, when I go for tests or, you know, like try to push like my style. There's things that I can't do with Honda. There's things that I can't do with Kawi. So the change was bigger than I thought. Like it was harder than I thought. So.
Right. Yeah, so that's something you got to keep in mind, like Lewis said, right? For the next year or whatever you want to do, you got to be like, okay, you know, how do I adapt or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've cleared up a lot in this interview and been really honest. So another thing that's maybe gone around lately, do you want the sushi nickname to stop, or do you like it, or where are you at with that?
Me? Sushi?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so all of the people saying that you hate it are wrong.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, they can call me what. I got so many nicknames. Like I got a Josh. Like people call me Jo Shimoda still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with sushi.
I like Jo Show. I like because
Joshua,
I'm
yeah.
old. I'm old, and I know Osho, O'Mara, and so I like Joe Show. That's me.
Yeah, Joshua's cool too.
No, it's been great. So, hey man, thank you for the time, Joe. I appreciate the time tonight on the show. Great job at Paula, and yeah, keep it up, man. We'll, I thought about you in terms of winning races, but not as a title guy, just because there's been some ups and downs. And after Paula, I was like, dude, because you, like, outside of Haiden, you passed all the guys that are going to be there. Maybe outside of Levi, who had a tough day, but like, I'm just like, well, why not Jo Shimoda? So good job, man. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, just trying to get out of this top 5 to, turn into a top 3 consistently every single weekend,
No, that is the key for sure. So thank you. Thanks for the time tonight, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.